Squat Senior here, back on the M project again. Got a few minutes today to get back on it. Things are kind of slowing down. Anyway, project for today, we're going to do a cam bearing removal and installation and hopefully get into fitting the cam. Sometimes you get high spots in them bearings and stuff. First thing we'll do is probably pop. You can see right back in this area. There's an expansion plug that's got to be popped out. We'll do that from this side over here. It's kind of hard to see in there with the light the way it is. I have started moving some of the bearings. You can see down in here where I got them out a little bit, just kind of playing around a little, but I'll give you a demonstration on how I get them out of there. And then hopefully by the time we get this done, there's the bearings. Got to get them unwrapped and make sure they're good and cleaned up and stuff. And the camshaft should be all ready to go. I did clean it up once. I'll give it a kind of another cleaning first. But anyway, that's the project for today. Give you guys a quick rundown of some of the tools I'll be using here today. You'll see I have a couple of brushes set out here and quite an assortment. You can see over here, different sizes, length, stuff like that. We picked these up at a swap meet. I've seen this guy at a couple different swap meets. Got a really good selection. And we always have a few extras around. You never know what size you're going to need, what length you're going to need. But anyway, one of the first things I did was I went in and I cleaned the oil passages. This is a straight through bore. It goes all the way through from where the oil pump goes in right there. And that feeds all your cam bearings, main bearings, everything else. You basically have plugs on the side here and there. Basically what they were is drill passages. They come straight through, come through the cams, and anyway it comes into the mains and just helps feed all your bearings off the main passage from the oil pump down in here. Anyway, I got them all cleaned with the brushes. Another thing I use to clean them, I've got a gun cleaning kit here that I use. Rod, you can get different extensions, you can get different size ends. Put a rag on, I run them through. Final passage will blow out, and then maybe do a light coat of oil inside to keep the rust out. You can see I kind of run it through a little bit. I got some dirt coming, so a little more clean to do on that, but I'll do the final cleaning just before the install of the cam bearings. This is the cam bearing tool right here. Different sizes. I'll be using the first three sizes. You have an alignment cone. This, you got a bar here that you use. You can beat on it. Extension for the bar. A couple different other things in here. You can see it's got a end for hitting with the hammer and stuff. And I'm not sure. I'll hammer these out. Like you see, I've got some started already. I'll give you a demonstration of how to do that. A lot of guys hammer them back in. I think that's a little abusive on a new bearing, so I'm going to experiment a little bit. I've got some stuff set up over here. Threaded rod. I got a long nut there that I'll screw into there. And that there. A little cone here to set on the outside. I'm going to see if I can pull these cam bearings in instead of beating on them. I feel a lot more comfortable doing that. So we'll experiment with that a little bit. We'll give you guys a little demonstration on that too, and we'll see how it works. I guess the worst that can happen is I wreck a cam bearing and we'll have to go get another one. Okay, to set up this cam bearing tool, we have this end here that just screws into the end of the bar here. What you do, you pick out the size of driver you want for your cam bearings. You'll slide the sleeve on. You'll stick that through in this way. Then you'll see on these that they're ramped. You'll put that in here just like that. As you tighten this into the end of the bar, what that does is expands these out, and it will tighten this piece into the cam bearing right there, so you get an even driving surface on the outside edge here. It's got O-rings in to protect the surface of the bearing. In removing these, I'm not going to get too fussy, but when I put these in, I'll make sure everything here is good and clean. You don't want any grit, dirt, or anything to damage the bearings. So anyway, we'll get this all put together. These will slide in. Like that. And then you will put an alignment cone on. This now is going to be for a center bearing. You put this in the driver. What you'll do is you'll slide this into the bearing, into the block, screw all this together, and beat the devil out of it. So we'll get that installed in the block next. Now to set this up, you'll take this piece, you'll slide it into the bearing this way. You took the driving bar, you'll screw this all together. Now you don't have to get that real tight, finger tight, just to expand them into the bearing. You don't want to expand that bearing at all, just to make sure that driver's going to be seated in there square. Then you'll come over here with the alignment sleeve. You'll stick this into this bore, kind of hold everything together, and we'll take the hammer and see if we can get that thing out of there. There we go, worked good. Then we'll just take this apart and we can get set up for the next bearing. Yeah, as you can see, that just slides in the bearing. You'll tighten this down. Them tapered sleeves inside will expand that O-rings out so you get a nice snug fit. Make sure that these pieces are square to this so you don't fold them in and stuff, especially on the new one when you install it. So basically that's the way you remove all the bearings. Okay, next problem I'm gonna have to get this expansion plug out. I've got all the other bearings out. I'll drive that out. I got this special tool I use here, basically an old piece of dowel. Anyway, we'll see if we can get that out, get set up, and we'll get the last bearing out. There we go. You see a little rust on the bottom and stuff there, but it gives me a good chance to get in there and clean everything out. And I think right now we'll get set up. We'll get that last bearing out. We'll have a removal part of this done. Okay, all set up here to do the last bearing removal. Got the tool all set up and stuff. We'll get the bar in. We'll get this set up and get her screwed together and get that last bearing out. Okay, there we go. Last bearing removal should finish up the process of getting all the old bearings out of this block. So get things cleaned up, double check my oil passages, and next process, get the new ones installed. Okay, got the oil passages all clean. Everything's looking good in there. They weren't actually too bad, but then again, this engine was really clean inside. I've got everything ready to go here. I was thinking about kind of pulling them in, but I'm just going to try hammering them in. If I pulled them in, I'd have to make all new piece here because this is only made for driving and not for pulling on. So anyway, that's the route I'm going. It's designed to do that, and they're designed to hammer in, so everything should work out. One thing, when you put these bearings in, the rear has only got one hole in it. And you got to make sure that it lines up with this passage here. So, because what it does, from your oil pump gallery, it goes through all the way. And then there's a drilled hole goes all the way into here. This hole is teed into it here and goes through to here. So anyway, I went through, I just made a mark where the hole is. I'll get this, and you'll see on these, there's an offset hole. You got to make sure you get that in there the right way so you line up with your drilled passage. So what I'll do, I'll get this set on the driver. We'll go in, line that hole up, and we'll get that hammered in. Now the rear cam bearing only has one hole. The center one and the front one each have two holes, because what you need to do now is you You can see here, I got another mark. It comes through the oil passage to here, tees into there, but I also have a hole down on the bottom here, if you can see it. That goes through and oils your rocker arms. So anyway, you got to make sure both of them holes are lined up. Then get to the front here. You'll see I've got it marked. Get stuff out of my way. Got it marked. You'll see a hole here. Well, don't worry about that one. You got a hole here, and you got a hole right here that comes in this way, that comes over, and there's oil passage here and here that oils all this gear assembly up front here. So anyway, you've got a hole here, and here you got to line up with this bearing. So basically that'll go in kind of in that area like that. Same with the center. You just got to make sure them holes are lined up, because you got to get that oil where it belongs. So anyway, I'll get set up here. Got everything pretty much oiled up and ready to go, and see if we can drive a bearing in. First thing we'll do is get the bearing on the tool. Now this hole is on the short side of the bearing, so we'll put that on this way. Then we'll get this screwed on. Then we'll just get that so it expands that driver. Just snug fit, you don't want it overly tight. Get that lined up, or it should be good to go. I'm going to back it just a little. That should be good right there. Get the alignment cone lined up in the front bearing, we'll hammer away. Cross our fingers it works like it's supposed to. I see I'm scraping a little bit there. Then you want that bearing just flush with the front side. Right there. See what things look like here. We'll get that out of the way. And see where the O-rings were. I did oil them up a little bit, but we're looking good. Shine a light down through from the bottom side, and we're looking good. No problems. Okay, we'll get the other ones. I'm not going to film them. We're just going to get them in. We're get the ball rolling here. So anyway, that's kind of procedure of putting bearing in. I developed a little problem installing my cam bearings here. The first one, I just took the installer tool and hammered it in. Everything turned out real good. So I figured as long as that worked out so good, let's try the center one. Well, didn't work out so good. Get down in here where you can get a close look at her. You can see where she started chipping Babbitt out and folding over the edge and stuff. Don't like that, so I'm going to get a new set of bearings ordered up and do this thing right. Yeah, this installer tool I got pretty much is for driving only. I didn't think it was going to work out like that, and but like I say, you got to live and learn. Mistakes are made. So I dug out this piece of round bar out of the scrap bin I got. I've already taken a few chunks of stuff, and I'm going to make my own remover installer tool. It's going to look very similar to this right here, and it should work out a lot better. I'm just going to pull them in, and that's what we've done in the past. So anyway, I'll go up and see if I can cut a couple pieces of bar, getting probably about that long, chuck them in the lathe, and see if I can make something out of this. Something that's going to work better than my fancy tool. You see, I don't have a power crossfeed on here. I got to do it by hand. Make you pay attention to what you're doing, and it gets the job done. So, okay, I'm nearing the end of this first hole. You can still see swarf coming out. But what you want to do when you get deep like this, you want to pull this out and clean that out. You can see how that packs in there. What that'll do, that could bind your bit and break it. You don't want that to happen. That would not make your day.